Okay guys, I am willing to admit it. I have turned my nose up to the show ever since it first premiered on either Netflix, Adult Swim, Hulu, or any of the streaming services regarding this beloved series for years. Which makes sense because I was too young to watch anything that is intended for mature audiences back then. Well, since I have a secondary YouTube channel where I can review mature rated content now, let's see if this show can really live up to the hype. So without further ado, cue the intro. Yo, what is up my Cinedroids? G to the S here. Today I'm going to be reviewing one of the most recognizable anime shows, surpassing Dragon Ball Z as the most recognizable anime that ever existed, Attack on Titan Season number 1. Yes, I know Season 4 just premiered. But like usual, I'm one of the few people that are far behind on the show and want to catch up on the action without any hassles. This show follows a young protagonist named Eren Yeager, played by American voice actor Bryce Papenbrook, because again, I like watching English dub anime as opposed to translated sub, who witnesses his mother dying after being eaten alive by an onslaught of man-eating giants called Titans. This becomes Eren's motivation to develop his combat skills in order to fight against the Titans. Later on, Eren is eaten by a Titan himself, but discovers that he can transform into one, control it, and fight like he would as a human. Eren learns how to use his newfound powers to combat the Titans, and continues his training as more Titans start to flood into his homeland. Now, first off, before I discuss the impressive CG visuals and the hand-drawn animation in the show, I want to discuss the way they developed the characters, the way they executed the story, and how they handled the emotional and dramatic moments involved with the characters in the show. First off, the character development is on full display throughout this entire show. The way they interact with each other and grow a strong bond is absolutely amazing. If I have to choose who my favorite characters are in the show so far, I'm gonna have to go with the main trio. Eren, Mikasa Ackerman, played by American voice actress Trina Nishimura, and Armin Arlert, played by American voice actor Josh Grelle. Both Mikasa and Armin are my most favorite. With Mikasa, she's a person who always sticks by him, and always tries to make sure that her brother Eren is always out of harm's way, and just wants to look after him after the fact that his mother got eaten alive by a Titan near the end of the first episode. But for me, that's what I love about her. I mean, she may be a bit psycho when things don't go as planned, but at the end of the day, she is still loyal to Eren and will always do anything to protect him. Also, Armin is just plain genius. Sure, he may not have the brute strength as the other soldiers in the Scout Regiment, but he's got a humongous brain. Holy mackerel! The show perfectly displays how smart he is without being too obnoxious about it. In fact, he's never obnoxious and annoying at all. He has every right to be nervous about this whole situation, and you can tell that he is trying his damnedest to come up with a strategy to work as a team to reclaim their homeland against the Titans. In terms of the show's dramatic and emotional moments, there are a handful of scenes where the characters are in dire distress. And when the Titans start to bust through their walls, that was meant to be a safe space against those hellish monsters, the panic and fear that they're feeling matches the tone of the series. Even before the Colossal Titan appeared out of nowhere in the form of a powerful lightning strike, the characters are still huddled inside the walls waiting for their horrifying demise. And this show does an excellent job at showing fear and how frightened these poor people are when it comes to their survival. In terms of how they developed and executed the story for the show, of course the first episode perfectly sets up Eren's motivation and why he wants to get revenge against the Titans. I'm pretty sure this may be considered a spoiler, but I feel like a handful of you saw the trailers to this back in the day when it first premiered. But his mother got eaten alive by one of the Titans, and now he has the rage in his eyes and pushes himself to the brink of death to kill all the Titans and avenge his mother, and to also honor her last words to him, stay alive. And again, going back to the amount of amazing character development, I love how much he cares for his mom. But this show also displays how too much motivation can change your personality. But they don't develop him as a big shot, cocky person. No, he has a vendetta and he was traumatized by the horrific experience. And he just wants to make it right for his family. But sometimes he can go a bit off the rails towards the people around him who treat him like he's part of not just a team, but as what Vin Diesel said in the Fast and Furious movies.
I don't have friends. I got family.
Because that's also a main theme behind the show. It's all about trusting one another, even if it means being sacrificed in the line of fire. So kudos to both Kodansha and Funimation for incorporating themes like family, teamwork, friendship, honor, loyalty, and sacrifices per episode of the show. Let's hope they keep that momentum going once I watch season 2 later down the line. Hopefully it's good. Now when it comes to the English dub voice acting direction from American dub director Mike McFarland, I personally thought the English dub in the show was fantastic. You can tell that the American voice actors gave it their all in their performances, especially Bryce Papenbrook, Trina Nishimura, and Josh Grelle as the 3 main trio respectively. Whatever. Fight me. Bryce, Trina, and Josh gave phenomenal performances to their characters. Bryce can be a little unsettling when he's vowing revenge against the man-eating behemoths, but he still did a fantastic job portraying a damaged person who just wants to avenge his mother. Poor guy. Also, Josh and Trina, as both Mikasa and Armin, both did a killer job with their characters as well. I don't need to say anything else about them. Just apply that same sentence for what I've just said previously throughout the course of this review, and let's move on from there. Now, when it comes to both the CGI and the hand-drawn animation, in the mix of the show's action sequences, for season 1, you guys over at Wit Studio did a stellar job at animating the action in the show, especially where the characters use their ODM, meaning omnidirectional mobility gear, to zip through the city to get a higher advantage against the Titans. Kind of like how Spider-Man can use his web-slinging technique to swing through Manhattan, but except he has to take on an onslaught of man-eating humanoid hellish monsters who demolish and destroy anything in their path. Because it's fun to them. They do it for no reason. They act on instinct, which is very smart and creative. But yeah, when it comes to the cinematography in the show, the swooping camera shots where the soldiers are zooming through the city to kill the Titans is very epic looking. And for an anime television series, it looks so movie-like. The quality on my phone does not even come close to how epic it looks when I watch it on the TV. Let's see if they can keep up that streak once I watch season 2 soon. So stay tuned for my review of that once I finish it. But yeah, overall guys, I have no problems with season 1 of Attack on Titan. I agree with you guys are saying about the show. I should have watched this when it first premiered when I had the chance. Because the story was incredible, the animation was spectacular, the characters were very memorable and fun to watch, the action sequences were amazing, and the dramatic emotion that they used for the show was a bold choice. Because I almost teared up at certain scenes. And again, I cannot wait to see what season 2 has in store for me. But in the meantime, I rate season 1 a solid 5 out of 5 stars. Eren, Mikasa, Armin, be safe out there. You've been through hell and back before. Let's see if you can pull it off again. So season 1 of Attack on Titan. Have you seen every episode? If you haven't, please do so. If you're a fan of anime, this is a must watch for you. You can choose to watch it either in Japanese or English, but either way, I highly recommend it. But for those of you who have, come back and let me know in the comments what you thought about it. Also, if you like this video and you want to see some more, make sure that like button shines in your face. That'll totally help me out a ton. Also, share it with your family and friends and favorite it. That's a very good way to show support for this review. Also, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe and ring that bell right next to you so you can be notified of future videos that I have in store for you. Also, if you want a shout out in a future video, just follow me on both Instagram and X, and I will choose one of my Cinedroids to be displayed as a shout out. The link's in the description below. Also, I restarted my Patreon page for you guys, where you don't have to do this if you don't want to. I understand that. But if there's a rare chance that you are interested in doing so, there's a link in the description so that way you can visit my page and gain access to up to 4 membership tiers. On my page, I post reviews a week early before they post on my YouTube channel. And I'm also planning to do movie/TV show episode reactions on my page as well. So if that's your cup of tea, go to the link below, become a patron, and let's get to know each other a bit more. Also, if you want to subscribe to my gaming channel, there's either a link in the description or at the icon card in the top right corner of your screen. Go over there, subscribe, and let's just have fun together. Also, if you want to subscribe to my regular channel, there will be a link in the description of that below, so that way you can check that channel out as well. Show that channel some love. It really means a lot. But until then, I'll see you next time. Peace out.